Hi friends, Danny here. It is almost August, so after my Polish Nationals ex-CEO, but we are going back to the Nowe Mesto UCI World Cup where I got to meet Gunn-Rita Dahle Flesja and her family. Guys, cheers to you. Thanks so much for giving me that little bit of time on Friday, a couple of hours before the short track race. What I'm very happy to share with you, my viewers, my friends, is that this is the bike check with a person who has almost, as far as I know, absolute freedom in building her bike. So she's been winning. She's been winning so many races, important races. She's an important person in that genre, mountain biking. And so I was really curious about her attitude towards new stuff on the bikes, towards new trends. What does she like? What doesn't she use actually? She doesn't use a power meter. And there was also a very interesting part when she talked about the saddle. We didn't show you the saddle because there is probably, most likely, something very interesting coming up soon, and I hope Gunn-Rita will just update us on her Instagram or any other social media she uses. Follow her, all the info is in the description. And now we go back to the Nowe Mesto. Gunn-Rita just says she trusts me. I can take the bike and take the pictures. I'm not sure I'm gonna get back.
No, you would love it.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic bike.
This is Gunn-Rita's racing hardtail. You've got three bikes, right? Two hardtails. Am I wrong? And one fully. You are racing.
We have a lot of bikes,
yeah.
But for this year, I have. We call it the old rose. It's kind of the lavender color that matched the racing kit. Mm-hmm. And then I have a red one that is very cool too. That goes with the national costume, the Norway colors. Mm-hmm. And then also my fully 96 is black and also lavender color. Mm-hmm. So they're all. I got connected with Fat Creation in UK that does the decoration, the paint.
Ah, it's not Merida who does it.
It's special made, and right. This guy that take care of having these special painted color, it's awesome. He's used to be a mountain biker and has been following me for many years, like when I started. So to get to know these kind of guys that are so creative and professional in this thing was just amazing. So at the moment, he now work on making a European championship bike that matches the New Jersey for marathon racing.
Good for you.
So I feel very lucky. And this color is outstanding. It is. Yeah. It's something special.
But the color is the color. We need to love the bike and the way it looks. I'm always telling that, you know that, guys. But what about the setup? You've been racing for many years and the bikes have changed, the courses have changed. Yeah. What did you actually wanted to have on your Merida Big 9 hardtail?
Of course, I've been using SRAM, fully SRAM equipped for many years. Mm-hmm. So I'm very pleased that I still have SRAM with me. Then you know what you have and you know that it works, and exactly. You know you can have the kind of chain rings and cassette and everything like you want. Mm-hmm. And it's safe. Yeah. So that part is good. I worked and used Maxxis tires for also forever. Okay. And I've been to the factory in Taiwan many times, so I'm really connected with these guys, and working with them has been great. And they have the variety of different tires that you need for racing top level or as amateur, that in my opinion. So I'm happy with that. Now the one that is standing on this one is Aspen 225, and it's also the 170, a newer model that I think they got on the market last year. Mm-hmm. Has a little softer rubber, a little wider than Aspen before, and
fast
also
rollers. Yeah, everybody is going for fast
more
rollers.
Grip on the side, and of course that's important, especially now. Like here, you want to have a rolling tire, but you also want to have good grip on the side because it's starting to be quite loose in the corner on the course now.
We're talking Nowe Mesto.
Nowe Mesto.
Same front and rear.
Yeah. For this race, I go with this. If it stayed right now, this is really one of my favorite tires.
Tire pressure?
1.4.
1.4. Same from the rear? Okay, same from the rear.
Yeah.
You've got a dropper post.
And I will never give my dropper post to anyone. I will have that on all my bikes for the rest of my life.
Safety, speed.
More fun, more fun. Yeah. I started to use it for just a year ago, in April or something. Kenneth got it on his bike and then he left me in the downhill. I couldn't follow him anymore. I said, okay, I have to test it too. And I was just like, oh, why didn't I start to use these things before?
Exactly. Why did it come so late in the cross?
Yeah, but now it exploded. And I say, even though I know I will have for the next year a lot of kind of women cycling camp and things like that, events, and I say a amateur that's just started riding when they were 35 or 40, get a dropper post, because you can have so much more fun and you are so much more safer. Exactly. Even though you don't have to go much faster, but when you do it, you feel so much more comfortable. And if you have a little bit like out of control or a little bit losing your balance, it's so easy to straighten up your bike and you are in the flow again. Yeah.
The chain rings, I'm using 32 and you're using
34.
Thank you very much. Never mind, so there is not maybe that steep climbs.
No, and now they also took out the longest climbs, half of it. The hardest one in the end, the last climb, pretty steep. Then I cut it, less than half is now. Okay. So also the first climb that has a little tip that is steep in the end, they also cut more than half of it. Right. So maybe 2 of the almost hardest climbs are gone.
Which you like?
I love. I would love to climb for half an hour or more, but it's okay. But you can easily do it with 34, and you also have more power on the pedal with a lot of flat parts here. And if you think about also the sprint tonight, you want to have a 34.
All right.
I think maybe even the biggest girls are with 36 tonight. The strongest girl could be.
Okay.
Yeah. We tried to make a saddle that both men and women will just love. You have to sit on a saddle and rest. Okay. Yeah. You have to sit on a saddle and you have to be rested on a saddle. Like you sit on a chair, should actually be almost the same feeling. Like your pedal, you don't have any strain on your legs just with sitting. So that's why we are trying to make a kind of a universe saddle that both men and women can love. Maybe not top racer, they would say no. But if they try it, I will guarantee it's something you will like. So that's what we are working on.
You've got the saddle with the big cutout. That's what you prefer. I also use the saddle with the cutouts. I don't use any without it.
No, but it also have to be wide.
Okay.
So you sit.
Right support.
Yeah. So you sit actually on your saddle, not hang in the middle.
Okay. Can you tell us about your height and the size of the frame?
The size of the frame is a 17-inch frame. This Big 9 has a quite long top tube. And of course, a lot of the setup changed. Imagine when I started with cycling in 95, I had the stem that was probably...
You started in 95?
Yeah.
I started in 92.
Oh, but you stopped.
I stopped 99.
No, I had my first ride on a cross country or off-road in April 95. That was my first ever training with a mountain bike. Before that, I used to ride my bike to school and to university. Okay. That's it. So I never did road before or nothing. I did a lot of other sports, but never cycling. So, but the frame, it's we call it the flex stay in the back part of the frame that gives a little bit flexibility.
The stem, you've got the short one.
It's I have a 170 now. No, 70. I mean 170. I had the longest one I had ever on a bike was 130. Now I have 70. So it's going shorter and shorter.
And the bars, how wide are the bars?
I know I used to have the most narrow I remember was 42. Now I have 68 or 70. So big change.
More control also over the bike.
Yeah.
Cool. The weight of the bike?
I think then with the setup I have here, I believe it's 8.3, 8.4,
Okay.
something like that.
Pretty light. And
Yeah.
the wheels are definitely not the stock team wheels from Merida.
No, that's a Carbon T, Italian brand, handmade wheels with the rims. I think these ones are 23, 29. I mix between, because also the rims are going wider now the last years with comfort and also grip. And now they can make them so light also. So I have wheels from Carbon T, some 23 on the inside. On the other bike are 25, if I'm not wrong, that I use for the European Championship. But quite light wheels. I think they are 1200, a couple pair.
Super light.
Yeah, but stiff,
29.
but also comfortable at the same time. So I'm happy with the wheels. Yeah.
Shimano XTR pedals.
I tried so many pedals, but I always come back to Shimano pedal, yeah. And that's what I started with, and I know I will ride that for the rest of my life probably. Yeah, that's how it is.
And these didn't change that much over the years.
No, they got a little bit lighter, that's it. But they work.
Yeah.
You have a good platform. They are pretty light, not the lightest one, but pretty light. They last. It's not one mud race and you throw them away. They are solid, still solid, and it's easy to get in and out, for sure. It's easy to find the pedal. That's also important. Like in the winter, we try to use X or lower range.
Maybe XT.
Yeah, because then you know they last for a winter, a second winter, and a third winter, and then you don't care about the weight for the winter training.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us checking out the bike. Great. Okay, so I would just mention that
I have a good saddle.
yeah, you